Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are watching Off the Track, and it is time to drop the hammer.
So that happened, and then what we ended up doing, we make it off the freeway, like, all right, we made it safe, we're good. It's almost 3 a.m., and so obviously super late, and then we roll through. We were going to stop and get gas, because Bennett only had 13 miles to go.
Well, yeah, so I leaving Red Bluff, I knew how many miles I needed in the tank, and I was like, oh, we're going to get there if we go to the gas station I was thinking about, and it would have been fine. Well, we get to the gas station, and
which is like 10 minutes from my house.
If that, yeah, like 5-10 minutes from the house, and I'm rolling in kind of, 10 miles till empty, and I'm like, oh, we're perfect. We get to the gas station. I try 2 of them, and they are not pumping gas, and I'm like, well, we're walking home. So your dad was already home at the time, so we kind of gave him a call and said, hey, should we, hey, just know we might not make it home, for one, and for two,
you might need to bring us some gas.
Right. And so the issue with that is from that gas station, we could go to your house, but if we get to your house, I'm out of gas, so I'm not getting to a gas station. And option number 2 was to go from the gas station to another gas station,
which was just a little bit past my house.
Right, a little bit farther. So we were really rolling the dice on either one. So we decided to roll the dice and go to the second gas station. And if you want to talk about what happened there.
So pretty much the best way to explain this, you guys know I'm from this little town of Jacksonville, 2,500 people. When it's late at night, there's nobody on the road.
Right.
So we roll past the turnoff for my house. We're cruising into town. Like I said, this tiny place, like not many people live there. There's one main street.
This is NASCAR Sonoma style. The car is off in neutral. We are saving gas.
Bennett put it in neutral, turned it off because it kind of goes downhill as you roll towards Main Street, and then where there's the one and only grocery store, the one and only gas station. And beforehand, I'd got off the phone with my dad because he recommended that we just try to make it to the gas station. He said, watch out, the Jacksonville cop's out, because there's like one cop that just rolls through town.
Yeah.
Sure enough, we roll up right to where we need to do one little right turn and head a couple blocks down, and we'll be at the gas station. We see the cop, and I was like, oh, my dad said he was out. Well, sure enough, Bennett accidentally had his brights on because we were driving through. Some of the roads are kind of dark. And
it's not illegal either. I just had my brights on because, we don't want to hit no deer or nothing, and the car is off.
Yeah.
We're just rolling in neutral.
And the cop flashed at us.
Yeah.
So, telling us to turn off our brights. And we did. It took Bennett a second because, like I said, we were literally watching how much fuel we had, and we knew we were probably going to make it, but we were still just being careful.
In the time when he flashed me, I was in the process of putting it in drive and turning it back on because we were at the stop sign. And so it took me a second, so I turned him off, and then I see this car turn around behind us, and I tell Tanner, I said, well, we're getting pulled over.
Yeah, there's no way he's just not going to flip a Yui because he's coming at us. Yeah. There's no way he's turning around to follow us and tailgate us. So he gets on our back bumper, and he's tailgating us, and Bennett's like, he's about to flip on his lights.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he flips on his lights. I'm like, all right, we're getting pulled over. And like I said, we were doing 10 miles under the speed limit, just
we're out of gas.
Coasting to this stop sign. So the cop pulls us over. I tell Bennett, hey, just pull off right here into this little parking lot. We do. Like I said earlier, nobody on the road.
We're 50 feet from the gas station, mind you.
We're literally a couple blocks from the gas station. So the cop walks up to the window, and he literally said that he thought we were a drunk driver because Bennett did not get his brights off in time. And in my opinion, he was almost just harassing us. Yeah. We couldn't find our registration for the vehicle.
That's the funny part. Yeah, he said, I need your license and registration. So I've never been pulled over before, and my mom's always said, like, oh, this is what you need. I'm like, I'm not doing anything illegal. I don't need that. So I give him my license because that's in my wallet, and then he's like, well, I need your registration or some form of insurance or whatever. And so I'm telling Tanner, okay, pull everything out of the glove box. And in the glove box, I've got sponsor letters, and in my center console, I got chargers and CDs and stuff.
We couldn't find anything that the cop needed.
It's so funny because we had all this paperwork and stuff. We're just flipping through, and I'm telling this guy, yeah, I got it. So I give him this paper, not thinking, and it was 2 years expired. And he's like, yep, that's not the one, bud. And I was like, well.
Like we said, it's 3 a.m. We're sitting in this dark parking lot, no one on the road. So the cop I don't know if he needed to meet his quota for the month or something. So he pulled us over, and eventually he let us off with the warning. Yeah. For a second, I thought he was going to give us a ticket because he literally joked about it. Then it was like, yeah, this is my first time being pulled over. He's like, oh, this might be the first time you get a ticket as well.
I know. And I was like, dude, I knew in my head I didn't do anything illegal. I mean, I told him I was, we were Sonoma style rolling in on fumes.
We explained that we just came from from Red Bluff. It's 3 a.m. We're just trying to make it home. We live right behind us.
Yeah.
And anyway, so that's our funny story of getting pulled over this last weekend. And we were able to make it to the gas station, filled up, and then headed home. And that was our weekend at Red Bluff.
Pretty much.
So on that note, if you guys have any funny stories of being pulled over by the cops after the races, speeding, anything like that, drop it down in the comment section down below. We would be super interested to hear that.